Welcome back to day 4. So day 4, it was our anniversary. We have been married for 34 years, together 38 years. And we decided we actually got married on a boat when we were very young. And so I really thought it would be a great idea to to have our anniversary on a boat. So I booked a boat cruise. I have a couple of things from the boat cruise. There wasn't a lot, again, hardly any paper stuff, but I kept the chopstick wrapper, and they give us these little coins at the end for good luck. And I'll just print a couple of photos of my husband and I from that trip. So that'll be one page, probably only just because, unless I do a lot of photos of us celebrating our anniversary. But what we did in the morning is we went shopping, and my husband took me to the Disney store because he knows I love Disney. And the one thing I really wanted to do is go to the flagship Tokyo Disney store. So we also went to Don Quixote and a couple other stores. So I have some of that stuff on this side, and then I have the Disney store stuff that I'm going to be using on this side. And then I'm just going to use the HP Sprocket to print out some photos of there was the Disney store was incredible. The basement was like this like forest with like all these flowers, and it was just beautiful. So I have a lot of photos from the Disney store that I want to include. Not so much from Don Quixote. I think there was a couple. My son really wanted the sad egg, so we were trying to find him something, and we did. So I have a couple of photos from the Don Quixote, but mostly it's from the Disney store because that was one of the things I really wanted to do. So my husband and I went on our anniversary. And then the next page will be just our boat cruise, which was really fun. We really enjoyed it. The food was delicious. It was a hot pot with the Wagyu beef, which delicious. It was so good. So I have photos from that. So I may do a 2-page spread, just with photos on one side and then kind of the memorabilia. Like I said, there's not a lot, but I have a little bit. And then for this, I'm just going to print the photos on my HP Sprocket. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. So for the first photo, I'm just printing kind of some of the scenery along the way, the store front. This is the Don Quixote sign, and then inside the store. So it's just like a 4-piece collage. So that'll be the first photo. And then I'll do something similar with the Disney photos next. Okay, so I've printed off a couple of photos already. This is the Disney store. So the storefront, just a couple of images of Mickey, the little floral place downstairs. And then I'm also we got a free fan when we went in the store, which it's too big for me to add into this book. The little Minnie in her kimono, this little lantern, which I totally regret not buying. And that's basically just our basket. The little baskets all had little Mickey heads on them. I didn't buy a lot. You can see I knew we were going to Disneyland, so I wanted to save my money for that, but I really wanted to pick up the Minnie in her kimono. I thought she was super cute. So I'm going to start work on the left-hand page, which is for the Don Quixote. If you don't know what that is, the Don Quixote is the biggest discount store in Japan. So it's kind of a store that has a lot of different things like t-shirts, makeup. It's literally got everything. It's like a small department store. And pretty good prices, not really like dollar store prices, but not bad prices, but a lot of stuff that you could take home too. So like lots of souvenirs as well. I regret from Don Quixote not buying the material crane. So they were folded like paper cranes, little keychain. I really wanted one. I don't know why I didn't grab one. We were in there, we were trying to take not too long, so I kind of left without it, which is sad, but they had lots of great stuff there. And we ended up picking up some t-shirts, and my son really wanted something with the sad egg. I forget the name, but it's one of the anime characters for Japan. And so we found some of that stuff there. So we picked up a few things from that store, like a magnet and stuff like that. So I'm just putting first these 2 thank you kind of little cards that came when you purchase something from them. They give you this little card, so if you go back you get a discount. So I'm just going to use those as kind of like the base for this page. I'm just going to glue them onto this page as like a background, and then I'm going to add the other items on top. So I added the receipts as well as that little eco bag tag, and now I'm just peeling off the back of the Don Quixote sticker that we got for free and adding that on there as well. And the last thing I need to add is the photos. So I'm just going to try and find a place that I can add those without covering up too much of the other stuff. And that side of the layout is complete. So it's just kind of a collage of everything from the store for that day. And then I'm going to get started working on the Disney store part of that. So you'll see me here, I'm kind of trying to play around with the layout, and I didn't realize the back of the business card. So my husband grabbed a couple business cards for me. He was great about grabbing me all the stuff he could while we were out and about. So on the back of this Disney store card, there is a really cute Mickey and Minnie. So I decided to use the other side of the card instead of that one. So you'll see I figure it out in a second here that there's something on the back as well. And I just cut off the bottom of that receipt, had the little Mickey head scanning thing. So I wanted to use that as well. So I'm just going to start laying things down. First, I'm going to lay down the receipt, and you can see on the back here, there's a little thing that you can go and download some stuff for free, also from a website. So if you ever go to the Disney store, just take a look at the back of your receipt as well. And I just wanted to make sure that I could actually get I only wanted to put washi tape at the bottom so I could lift up that receipt. And if I ever wanted to go back and look at this stuff on the back, I could. And then I'm just going to lay out the photos and put down this business card. And here's where I realize it's got this really cute little Mickey and Minnie on the back. So I'm going to end up using that side. It looks like it also works as a journaling piece because it's got some little lines there. So that's going to be perfect for me to add my journaling to. And then I'm just going to add the photos down beside the receipt to fill in that white space that's there. And then I will add the little UPC scanning thing of the little Mickey head, which I thought was so cute. So I wanted to use that. I just cut that off the bottom of the receipt. And then when we were at the Disney store, I did pick up some stickers. They're like a clear sticker. So I thought I would use one of those stickers on this page. So here they are. They're super cute. The reason I got this pack of stickers is because one of them says something about good vibes, and I love that kind of thing. And I just thought they were really cute and nice colors. And I thought, I'm doing a whole big Disney album of our trip to Disneyland and Disney Sea. And so when I saw these, I really thought that they would be really cute for that album. So you can see it says positive vibes with Mickey. It's got all the characters. So it's got Mickey and Minnie, Donald and Daisy. They are nuts over Donald Duck in Japan. It's crazy. So I'm just going through here to pick out one to add to this album. So I end up settling on the Mickey and Minnie. I just thought that one was really cute, so I added that on there as well. And then I have a little spot to do my journaling, and that side of the page is done. So again, just like a collage-y kind of page, and I'm just going to add a date stamp, and then we are going to call this page done. So for the second part of this day, I found a map of the area where we went to have the dinner cruise. And we also, when we were at the dinner cruise, we saw the Fuji TV headquarters and also the miniature replica Statue of Liberty. And it's in the same mold as the original in France, and a reminder of the French year in Japan when the original was brought from Paris and displayed at this park for 1 year, which I thought was kind of cool. And you also get to see the Rainbow Bridge. We did an early dinner just because we had been getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning because of the time change. So we didn't do the nighttime, so we didn't get to see like the rainbow part of the Rainbow Bridge, but we got to see all of that stuff. So I'm going to use this map, and then this is going to end up being a 2-page spread. So I'm going to add this photo here. So this is the boat that we were on. Here's the Rainbow Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, and then also the Fuji building. So you can see all that here. There was a traditional Japanese guitar player and folk singer, and we had this beautiful hot pot dinner. So that is going to be this page here, and I'm going to try and figure out exactly where on here I want to put one of the little tags so that we know roughly where it was on here. So I'll look at this map and figure out where the some of the locations that we took were on here, and make sure that that is visible on this map. Whether I have to cut off a little bit of this is fine. So let's do that first. Let's see if we can find where we went on the map. Okay, so you can see on the map, it says right there, Fuji TV headquarters. So this right here is where we were. I think we hopped on over here and drove. There's the Rainbow Bridge. So I think we hopped on over here, came down to the Rainbow Bridge, and then came down to where the Statue of Liberty and the Fuji headquarters are. So I think I'm going to put this little thing here. Because that's where we kind of sat for a little bit and just looked at the views and all that stuff. So I think I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to attach the map to the page along with the photos. Okay, so I added just a little tab here. I'm going to find a word to add there, and then I put the little geotag location thing right where we kind of were, in between the Rainbow Bridge and the Fuji headquarters. And then I just added this little bon voyage here. I know that's usually said when there's a ship, so I figured I'd use it on this because I probably wouldn't use it again. But there's also like another one that's like vellum, but I thought I'd add that there. And then for the second page, this page, because this was the day that we went for our anniversary, I kind of wanted to speak a little bit about that, about being, you know, married for 34 years and how this was kind of, you know, a present to ourselves for our anniversary, for making it through 34 years together. So these are kind of my favorite shots, the two of us, and then the boat with the red lanterns, and then dinner, which was amazing. And then on this side, I'm going to add this little pattern paper here, which is from Photoplay. And I have the chopstick holder thing and the coins that they gave us. So this will be a perfect place for me to add my hidden journaling, which I will talk about our anniversary. So here's the final spread. I have the 2 envelopes. I put one forward and one backward, and it's a perfect place to tuck in some little journaling spots. One of these is from the Beavalink collection and one from the Paige Evans collection. I found a cute little sticker, "You are my favorite adventure," and I just love how this little spread turned out, and so happy to spend my 34th wedding anniversary with my husband on a boat cruise. And here it is, day 4 done, and we are on to day 5. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.